Hello pile number one and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. So we're going to tap into messages from the universe and take a look at what it is that the universe wants to share with you about the next 30 days. So tapping into the photo that you guys would have chosen of the hands holding the moon, this is telling me that new pathways are going to be illuminated for you and you're going to start to see results from the hard work that you have invested from the previous 30 to 60 day cycle. I also just heard loyalty is going to be a highlighting factor over the next 30 days. You're going to start to discern out company that you've kept in your space for a time being, that has been kind of influencing your energy or outcomes in your life in not so positive ways. So perhaps you are going to be learning much deeper wisdom about what loyalty means to you, what it looks like, what it feels like, and it might be a focal point that you might start to extend, not just from yourself, but it's like you guys are going to want to pay more attention to how people choose to display their loyalty over the next 30 days. It's going to be important that you pay attention to loyalty because it's going to help you to protect your energy from projections of others. I also feel here that recently you might have been stressed within your mind's focuses about something in particular. I'm not quite sure what that might be, but I feel as though over the next 30 days you're going to start to come to a point where you're able to discern the difference between, attention versus who needs help. I feel for some time there is someone in your space who has been probably trying to take advantage of your attention, your time, your energy, your investment, your efforts. And I feel like you're going to start to be able to set better boundaries with people around you who are only there to kind of take your energy and your attention, where you could be focusing those energies and focuses of your own onto much more beneficial things that would be more beneficial for not just yourself but also others around you. So I think you're going to be disconnecting yourself from people, places, things, commitments that are no longer positive for the direction that you're wanting to move in the future. So you are going to start to see results of the hard work that you put in over the past 30 days, but you're tying up loose ends that have been jeopardizing your ability to help manifest faster the outcomes you've been wanting, the desires, the ambitions, the goals, the things you've been striving for. It's like, I feel like you guys have been in an energy where you've been reaching for something and it's like it's just not grabbing you, or you know, you're just a little bit far off from it, and it's kind of frustrating. It's almost it's like a daunting feeling that you guys might have been feeling, and if you haven't felt this yet, you might come into this feeling when you start to feel the feeling of daunting, like you've been reaching for something that you can see is clearly there, but you feel like every single time you reach out it just takes a couple steps forward. It's because there's like outside influences that are jeopardizing your ability to bring that into the foundation of now. Does that make sense? And parts of those blocks and barriers are the people and influences you have around you, people who are there with no purpose. You know what I'm saying? People who are there just to be there. People who are there just to take your attention, steal your focuses, things like that, distractions. So I also just heard light warrior and divine rage. What does that mean? When you start to become angry, if you start to experience anger and it feels like it's taking you or urging you outside of the truth of your character, pile number one, this is a sign that you guys need to take time out to be with your own energy so that you can re-energize yourself. When you fall into low vibration or emotional exhaustion, vitality exhaustion, you start to become angry, you start to become defensive, you start to become aggressive. And those are going to be your signs that you're around people that you don't need to be exposing your energy to, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look into the energy of the oracle. Let's see. I just saw 858 in my mind's eye. So that's telling me that there's going to be a major rebirth, renewal, and change that is orchestrated as a result of previous choices. So that's just supporting what I was saying before. You're going to start to see the results of what you've been working hard for. And you setting better boundaries with people in your space that don't need to be there is going to help you to redirect the energy in a more positive flow as well, because it's going to keep you in focus and grounded into the alignments you need to be in to create the best possible outcomes you're looking for over the next 30 days. So what is the universe highlighting for pile number 1? You have been given everything you need. This is the first card, number 35. This reduces down to number 8, and that's kind of talking about what I was just focusing in on: renewal, death, and rebirth. You're starting to understand how it is that you can use past experiences, past knowledges, past understandings that you have been through, life lessons that you've gained, and how to apply it in the present. So you might start to see repeating things come back up again, things that you thought you had left behind, or you're going to recognize yourself in patterns that you thought you had outgrown. The reason why these things are coming back up to the conscious mind is to show you that there is still like a little bit of information or insight that you need that you have been missing. And it's inviting you to reflect back in on yourself and ask yourself, what are you learning? And once you ask yourself what you're learning, your subconscious mind will start to communicate with your conscious awareness and reveal to you through the memories that will come up what it is that you are going through, what pattern is repeating. Then we have Orca Magic, 43, and we also have Wake Up, It's Your Moment, 25. So you have 77 and 8. This is talking about personal growth that you've gained and chosen to become. This is you talking about stepping into and committing to the newfound version of yourself that you've discovered yourself to be. Committing to the information it is that you have gained over the time period that you have been consciously aware of your choices, deliberate in your ways. I also just heard that the Orca has a message. You're going to start to move more strategically and in tune with your goal. There's something here about a soul's mission, a soul's contract with soul family, people who move alike to you. You're going to start to attract in people who are more like-minded to you, that have the same goals, focuses, ambitions, and attitudes or beliefs and understandings that you do. And when these people come back into your space, they're going to also help you to reflect on your past experiences and understandings of self a little bit differently, which will help you to tie up misunderstandings you've had of your potential in the past. That's the message from the Orca. So yeah, you really have the ability to really step into the future you're wanting for yourself, and you might have thought that that's kind of impossible to do because of how long you have been working on achieving something. But over the next 30 to 60 days in particular, pile number 1, you're going to actually see much more progress than what you might have initially realized once you reflect back. Do you understand what I'm saying? What lights you up? New creations, birthing a new world into being. So yeah, this is saying you've had ideas that you've held on to for quite some time, and you've had hopes, aspiration, and dreams, and it's starting to happen. This is just confirming what I was being told in the energy. You're going to start to reprioritize, reorganize, and restructure your connections, your focuses, your beliefs, and the way it is that you show up for yourself in the world around you. Okay, so why is this important for them to know, please, guides, guardians, and universe? Sorry guys, I just got redirected to another deck. Why is this important for these guys to know? It's going to help you to solve your financial problems or constraints or limitations that you've felt has been holding you back from setting your goals and your aspirations into solid being. your situation is requiring more attention, more TLC, so that you can nurture your goals into being. This is talking about you taking time out to recognize what you need to be giving back to yourself to then support the best possible outcome. So you're going to be reprioritizing your needs, reprioritizing your growth and expansion. And it's like you guys are going to be purifying yourself and learning to release what is not, what is outdated, what is no longer supporting your pathway moving forward, if that makes sense. And yeah, it's going to help you to be able to start to plan more effectively, to be able to use your resources in much more sustainable ways. It's like you're going to be able to grow your resources, cultivate, harvest, rather than feeling like you're investing all your efforts, time, focuses, money, attention into things that are dead ends. You know what I'm saying? People who don't actually want your help as well, part number one, and are just there to complain to you, to drain you. You're going to start to set better boundaries with these people, and it's going to help you to keep your vitality, which will keep your energy high and keep you attracting in more positive and high vibrational things that then complement your energy. It's nothing personal, it's all energetic in exchange. It doesn't mean that you're cutting people off forever, but it's more like you're setting better boundaries and aligning with people that resonate with you. For quite some time you've shared experiences and partnerships with people that you haven't resonated with, you know, and that's going to be changing and evolving as well. So yeah, you're going to also be seeing through confusions that you've had. You're going to be discovering answers to questions that you have been focused on for a while now. Proof is going to be in the pudding, is what I just heard. Proof is in the pudding. Let's go ahead and pull some cards here. What is it that you want them to know about the next 30 days? We have abandonment. We have hidden agendas. Okay. And then we also have powerlessness. Yeah, you guys are setting boundaries and kind of decluttering yourself of memories where you have experienced trauma. You're healing these things. You're also healing yourself from, I want to say, false connections. Once again, I got the message of loyalty being your guys' main highlighting focus, and learning how to create a discernment or differentiation between truth and falsity, compulsion and genuinity. You know, people who are really there because they want your help, and versus people who are only there because they want your attention and your time. And you guys will start to feel divine rage, and divine rage comes through you when you know morals aren't being met to equal standards as well. So it's either, it's going to become a choice for you guys. This is a month where you're presented with crossroads, and it's going to be a repeating pattern throughout the month ahead. When you're not sure of what you want to do based on these cards and the energy I'm feeling, is don't overthink it. It's not going to be hard decisions. The best way that you can reflect on what decision to make is to walk away and ask yourself what it is that you really want, what it is that you desire, where you can bring your best self forward. And this is where you're going to start to reflect deeper and meditate. You see what I'm saying? Your system will reveal to you the things you need to know the more you learn to listen and trust yourself. By surrendering connections, commitments, and things that only inspire defensiveness, caution. I want to say things like explosive aggression, or people who encourage you to outside of your true character and essence and focus. You're going to be ridding yourself of those things. And I feel like I'm repeating myself. But that's because you keep cycling over thoughts you're already very well aware of. You keep going through connections and patterns and contracts that you've already outgrown through other people in the past. And this is why I feel like past life lessons are going to come back to your attention over the next probably 20 days. And the reason why the memories are coming up once again, which is important to remember, is not to use the memories against you, not to re-invoke the harsh feelings and things like that, is to help you to objectively see the lessons that you've already learned, that you consciously are recommitting yourself to, so that you can break the cycle. Does that make sense? I hope so. Let me just double check. Am I explaining this correctly? Please write over. Yes. Do they understand what I'm saying? Yes. Perfect. Okay, that's great. Any additional messages from the universe for those who have come to view pile number 1 before we close the reading? New opportunities are opening. You're going to be expanding and evolving yourself. Things are going to be much less stressful for you guys. Much less pressure, much less intensity. And also like demand. I feel like a lot of your energy and attention and focuses have been on demand in many different places of your life. But over the next 30 days, things are coming back into domestic harmony where it'll start to flow. And the way that you can also come into flow with how life is wanting to move over the next 30 days is by releasing all it is that you have been harboring and allowing yourself to come present by releasing the past. And when the past comes up, observe it objectively. It will be providing you with tools, mindsets, outlooks, understandings that will help to guide and direct you. I also see, once again, more opportunities will be coming your way that will start to resonate with you more, because you're more in alignment with yourself and your sovereignty, and you're going to feel much less stress, much less under pressure, much more happy, much more playful, and you're going to feel much more revitalized with much more happier and joyful or more positive energy around you, because yeah, you're releasing the channels that are encouraging negativity. That can also mean focuses on things outside of you that are encouraging negativity, or releasing how something has the power to influence you by changing the way you believe what you perceive. So there's going to be a lot of evolution for you guys over this next 30 days, and you're going to feel a lot more growth in a very short amount of time than what you had over probably all the other months of 2023 or over the past months of your past year. So those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to these. These are just general messages that were coming through in the energy, and I hope that they found you well. But with all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So I've restarted your guys' recording twice now. I keep being stopped to deeper reflect on things. So before we jump into that, I will quickly touch on the things that I was picking up in the meditation that I had done after the first time I stopped your reading. Now, what came through was a song, and the song was Just Let Go by Chris Brown. And the part that I heard originally was, "Now can you hear me, 'cause you ain't listening," was the part that I heard echoing at first in the meditation. When I looked deeper into that, I was told that there were synchronicities that had been repeating around you that you've not been listening to, and this is where your self-love is required, because the thing that you had not been listening to is something that is actually in service of your greatest benefit, your greatest service, and the greater betterment of not just your internal experience of your health and overall experience of life, but also how it is that you're creating in your life around you that is producing results. So I feel like in the past you guys might have, I don't know, been meeting a lot of challenges, you know what I'm saying, that have been kind of preventing you. It was like 2 steps forward, 1 step back sort of thing. So you didn't feel like you were making progress as quickly as you should have been, or as quickly as what would have made sense. But I'm hearing that over the next 30 days, there's going to be an intervention of your guides and the energy around you that is going to help support you into a better alignment. But there are certain things that need to be acknowledged before that can take place effectively. What was highlighted was empathy, reconciliation, compassion, and understanding. Also accountability. So there's a duality here. For some of you, You guys might experience the resurfacing of old connections that were left without closure, that were left with misunderstandings, that were left with and ended on a horrible exchange. These people are going to come back towards you so that they can create the closure that is needed to let go of the past that has been preventing them from being able to move forward. And it would be the same as you, helping you. And with these people coming back, it will help you to be able to release karmic energy, residual energy that hasn't really influenced or affected you very much, but it has someone else. Now, for others of you that might not experience someone resurfacing, this is an invitation to reconcile with someone that you might have pushed away or that you might have sabotaged a connection with. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, though I feel it is more dominant in romance. This could be someone like a family member or a best friend, a friend that you were very resonant with and very intimate with. You know what I'm saying? And intimacy isn't sexual. Intimacy is vulnerability and truth. How truthful can you be with someone, and how close to the truth is that someone? You get me? So yeah, this month is going to highlight a lot of reconciliation with also ideas that you have probably given up on, versions of yourself that you didn't believe in, or that you allowed yourself to limit due to outside influences like people and opinions, conditions and environments that didn't support the best potential into being. So in the previous reading that I had already stopped by this time, these cards came out as the highlighting message. We have love, we have completion, and we have change. And the thing that was highlighted the most was the picture you chose of the planets in alignment was kind of like a forecasting. The universe is helping to bring you into alignment with the truth of yourself, the truth of your needs, the truth of your reality, so that you can redirect the course of your future timeline. With all of these cards here, with the number 5, 9, and 6, this reduces, these added together give us the number 20, and when we reduce 20 down, it gives us the number 2. So the numerology here is talking about you guys mastering duality, learning how to bring balance independently, learning how to stand in trusting yourself to make the right choice for yourself, and discovering that even when you first choose the wrong thing, it really wasn't the wrong thing, and it was the best thing you could have done, because it's aided you in creating sustainability and security within yourself, but also within the choice that you make next. So there's something here as well, pile number 2, that you were working on really hard, or that you believed in very much, and something happened that disappointed you or let you down or made you lose focus or made you lose faith. That thing is going to come back up, and it's going to come back into focus. And when it does, it's going to reveal to you a deeper insight or deeper understanding that will then renew you. So that's why we have change here with love, and then completion. So the next 30 days, as told by the energy, you're going to experience a lot of reunion, a lot of reconciliation, forgiveness of self, re-embodiment of truth, rebirth, transformation. A lot of unexpected change that will actually bring a lot of better outcomes than what you could have envisioned. So there's also going to be an ending to a way that you present yourself in your life. I see you guys, I heard strife. You guys had faced a lot of strife. Phoenix. Yeah, I felt that. Death and transformation with renewal. We have the turtle totem here. And then we also have the whale. You guys are learning more about yourselves. And I would say the things that you have learned are the most powerful. You've been doing a lot of shadow work and transforming yourself, transforming the way it is that you see your life around you by you gaining deeper insights of the truth of your subconscious mind and how it's been affecting you in your life. You're learning to love yourself more by grounding yourself, trusting yourself, growing by learning through your authenticity. I also just heard you really need to listen to your needs. You also need to pay attention to the repeating signs, because it's going to prevent you from having to repeat painful lessons. And this is why you've been focusing in and reflecting in on your subconscious mind, because that is what has been propelling you to continue to enter into connections, commitments, and patterns or habits that aren't good for you, or outcomes you're trying to build in your life, I believe. And that's what you've been changing. That's what you've been changing. You've been choosing to create more love. And that's what you're going to start to see in the next 30 days. More genuinity, more love. You're going to feel safer to be more authentic. And I also see a restoration of confidence within yourself because of you stepping into and accepting who it is that you are. That is what is going to bring the most transformation of all within yourself, and with also your world around you, and the hopes and wants you've been having, the wounds you've been working on healing. You're going to be attracting in genuine support from people around you the more vulnerable you are with truth. Vulnerability is not weakness. Vulnerability is open honesty. I need to keep saying that because it's like repeating. There might have been misguided beliefs around vulnerability that you've held in the past, and you're going to be kind of wiping that slate clean and allowing yourself to become more comfortable with that idea of intimacy with self, intimacy with truth of self, to then feel confident to express that through yourself. And that's going to bring a lot of change for you guys too. So yeah, I just heard don't give up. Oh, perhaps you've been thinking about giving up on something, and the energy is saying not yet, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and take a look. What is it that the universe is highlighting for pile number 2? We have the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, and the Angel of Strength. Okay, so for those of you who are focused on a relationship, wanting to attract love in, I see that being possible, and I see that happening and coming in many different ways. But the thing here is, I think what you need the most is self-love of pile number 2. You need self-love. You need to fall in love with yourself. And if you can't fall in love with yourself, please fall into acceptance of self. This is where you're going to start to attract in healthy connections. The reason, it's not that you're not loved, and it's not that the ones you love don't love you. I promise. What this is you are rejecting the love that you need by rejecting yourself. Does that make sense? That's the shadow work you've been mastering here. You've been learning to be more compassionate with yourself, more patient with yourself, more kind with yourself, more gentle with yourself, and learning how to be patient to reveal to yourself the truth of your needs so you can answer to them and build what it is that you are wanting in your life, instead of seeking that through outside outlets, channels, people, things that aren't going to bring that sort of sustainability into your life, because only you can build that for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't right now, that is the life lesson or the soul lesson you guys are going to be kind of supported through by the energy over the next 30 days. All right. Why is this important for pile number 2? Once again, because it's going to help you to redirect your life and take action towards what it is that you do want. It's also going to help you to break free of limitations you've held against yourself, judgments that you've used to hurt yourself, really. One good thing that you've developed because of this, though, pile number 2, is much more resilience. You've learned the harshest lessons and wisdom of resilience through the relationship you've shared with yourself. Nothing outside of you can hurt you as much as you hurt yourself, pile number 2. And that's what you're learning to improve. The more you focus on doing that and mastering how it is that you treat yourself, the more you're going to once again attract in better news, better outcomes. You're going to bring completion to things that you wanted to change for a long time. This is the image that I'm getting shown is that you guys have been in a house that was very, very dirty, very, very cluttered, very, very dark. And you did a lot of work. You cleaned it all up, you know what I'm saying? But there are still certain things that need cleaned, like under the bed, or like under the stove, under the fridge. And this month, that is when you're doing that. The metaphor behind the house, it represents your inner world, you, what you experience inside. There was a lot of things that you were harboring that dirtied up and it geared up your internal way of being. And you've been working on that for a while now. And you're coming to the completion of it. There are just a few little nooks and crannies that still need tied up that you're going to be completing. And that's when you're going to step into a new timeline that you haven't experienced before. A version of yourself that you had not known prior to now. A much more empowered version and a much more self-appreciating version of yourself will come to be over the next 30 days. So you guys are really going to be healing the connection you've had with yourself, which will in turn heal the way it is that you're creating and experiencing the life around you. Things are going to improve in many more ways than I can probably highlight today here, because it's going to be personal for each and every one of you, but it's the desire that you've been most focused on that has been most dominant within your attention. So whether that be money, success, self-growth, happiness, simple happiness, those are the targets, you see. Those are the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this has come a positive service to you and has found you well. But with all that being said, until next time, bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Tapping into messages from the universe for you guys. If you chose the pile of the person overlooking a landscape with the moon in the background, what I see here is that all the things that you felt as though you were missing are going to be illuminated over the next 30 days. 2 seconds, I need my charger. Sorry about that, guys. My phone was about to die. So, where were we? Yeah, this is talking about how a lot of things that you have pondered on in the past is going to be revealing itself over the next 30 to 60 days, which is a similar message to pile number 1. And what I heard was you're going to also be experiencing memories about the past. But these sorts of things are going to come up to reveal to you how far you've come, to help you to celebrate who it is that you are now compared to where it was that you started. Yeah. You have been on a very effective journey, and it's time that you rest. It's been a very long journey, and it is time that you rest. You need to take time out to cleanse yourself of the past. The struggles that you had gone through are going to prove to you much more beneficial than what you had originally probably understood. You guys have gone through great advancements, and the only way that you're going to recognize the advancements is by taking time out to stop and to reflect on who it is that you are now. And I just heard, please apologize. I think this is to yourself. You've been overly critical of yourself recently, pile number 3, I hear. And yeah, you've been critical of your wisdom, of your insight, of your thoughts, and of your natural expression, way of being. Please stop. You're creating a seesaw effect within yourself, where it's like you're really fighting to stay balanced in between, but it's like you're running from one side of the seesaw to the other, and it's tilting on either way, when you're not realizing that if you stay neutral, it'll be balanced. Let me put it this way to you, pile number 3, and you apply this as it fits. But say, for example, that there is love. There is great, euphoric love. And then there is harsh, critical, toxic love. The seesaw is teetering between 2 extremes. And neither are sustainable. Both are unhealthy. This, the good side, becomes unhealthy, because you become unaware and ignorant to the possibilities that exist on this side. And eventually, all the things will start to climb up from the toxicity. And it will come onto the seesaw and, you know, teeter it, all that sort of stuff. How can I put this better? So sorry, Path 3. You will find most benefit in staying neutral within your focuses. Be impartial over the next 30 to 60 days, because this is how you're going to protect your energy from wasting it, your efforts from wasting it, and protect yourself from becoming drained. There is something that you keep cycling over, whether this is your beliefs, your hopes, or your witnessing. This could be about politics that you feel is destroying things that you're witnessing in the world. Please remove your focuses from all of these distractions. Let people who want to play in that arena play in that arena. You know what I'm saying? That's the main message here. There's distractions that aren't problems, but you're adopting them as problems. And that's where you're going to be finding clarity over the next 30 to 60 days. That's what is going to be illuminated to you. Okay, let's move on here. Sorry, guys. What have we got here? What is the universe highlighting for pile number 3 that they need to know? We have escapism. Release all that you know. And then we have curiosity, supernatural mysteries. 2 seconds. I heard a song, which is the song Escapism. There have been things that you've been using to particularly distract yourself and escape a certain focus that you've had that hasn't been invoking very good feelings within you, pile number 3. That's what I got from the song. That's why you're being called to release all it is that you think you know of the things it is that you're running from. Because that's the reason why you're running. Things that you think about are not really applicable to the focus that you're running from. And there's a reason why you need to focus in on the thing that you've been running from, because it's going to help to reveal to you the curiosities that you've had that will bring you the answers it is that you need. Okay, moving away, please. Why do this is a very strange energy for me that I'm not really understanding all that very well. Okay, what is the highlighting message, soul lesson, or focus for them over the next 30 days? That's what this month is going to feel for you guys. It's going to feel very mysterious. You're going to feel like you're in the deep end, and you're going to feel like you're in unfamiliar territory without guidance or direction. The guidance and direction you're going to be getting is going to be coming through the resurfacing of your past experiences and the past knowledges you have and have gained. This is going to inspire you to create something different. Something that will come through your artistic flow, whichever that might be. Music, singing, writing, drawing, painting. I don't know. Art has infinite amount of forms. You know what I'm saying? Sculpture. So there's a message here that is encouraging you to do more of the things that encourage your natural skill sets. Things that you knew you were good at during childhood. The reason why you need to revisit these focuses is because it will help you to completely commit to the truth of yourself. Why is that important? Because it's going to help you to understand the reason why you came to incarnate. It's going to help you to understand your destiny. This says change can hurt. Change is natural good, and yes, it can hurt. So yeah, there are going to be certain things that you're going to have to focus in on and revisit that don't make you feel very good, but there's a purpose behind it which you're being invited to understand. You're going to have to go back into your past and take a look at the things that you're really good at. things that you've given up on within yourself and stopped working on within yourself, and they're going to come back into your focus. So you're going to start to see opportunities and situations or focuses within people outside of you kind of manifest that will encourage these past forgotten versions of yourself. And that's when you're going to tap back into your past and start to experience memories, reminisce over things that had happened in the past, where you're going to find inspiration to create something genius and original to yourself. So it's going to be a rewarding month, but it's going to be one that's impactful. It's one that's going to be hard-hitting because it's very realistic to you. It's probably one of the most grounding months you've had compared to the past year you've been through. You know what I'm saying? What do you want them to know, please, about the next 30 days? Follow the synchronicities. This is going to be your guide. This could come through repeating numbers, repeating messages, repeating topics, repeating feelings. If things that you are doing are not making you feel good, ask yourself why they're not making you feel good. And if it's because it's affecting you in negative ways as an influence, remove yourself for a time being until you are confident within yourself not to become influenced by things that don't come from your critical thinking. Once you know your critical thinking is stronger than the influence, that is when you can reintroduce yourself. If you are coming across different types of people that keep bringing up the same focus, there's a reason why that focus keeps coming into conversation, and that will be your invite to go away and reflect on what that focus invokes within you, why it keeps coming up, and ask yourself and listen to your intuition, because it will reveal the truth to you. And then we have self-love. Yeah. Self-love is going to come from you bringing an end to things that you know aren't true to you, aren't resonating with the truth of who it is that you are and the way it is that you project yourself. This is going to bring you the most protection of all, your self-love. Because your self-love creates the energy around you that shields you. You see what I'm saying? And if you can't resonate or don't get on the wave of self-love, it's self-appreciation, self-understanding that is important. Because when you're strong and stable within your self-knowing, you become unshakable within your stance in life. Nothing can influence you without your intentional permission. And this is what you're going to be coming into agreement with over the next 30 to 60 days and adopting your power of freedom to manifest. Yeah, and taking time out from things that have limited your understanding of your own power within yourself. Those are the messages that I have for you today, pile number 3. Thank you so much for stopping by. No, I just heard one more. Additional messages from the universe for those who have come to you, pile number 3. The warrior, yeah. Okay, you guys are going to find yourself going through situations where you're encouraged to speak more of your truth. This could be truth that have been passed on to you, things that you've learned from other people outside of you. And your spirit guides are close beside you. They're trying to help raise you to a new stance in life that is more beneficial, more healing, more happy. It's like an initiation of understanding self that will then put you into a position of empowerment that you've never felt before. So yeah, you're going to find more reasons to celebrate your everyday life as well. You're going to feel so much better, so much better. And you're going to start to see the true power that you are. You're also probably going to find that things you've predicted are going to start to happen in the world around you too, and you're going to receive recognition for that. I need to validate that for you. Those are the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this has found you well. And with all that being said, until next time. See you later, guys. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. So I meditated before I started this recording, and the messages that I got come through was quite positive ones. You guys are going to see the increase of success and achievement over the next 30 to 60 days. And you're also going to see the influx of money. You guys could find gifts of money, or you could find yourself with more opportunities that will help you to make secondary income, like, I don't know. I also heard that there will be a balancing of contracts, connections, work, professional life, play, and happiness, and it will all come into a balance. So you're going to feel life is going to be much more in flow, rather than you feeling like you need to tussle with certain areas of your life to keep things in control. You're going to be releasing your want to control and embracing your want to flow. So I also heard that people who were judging you are going to be in awe of you. People are going to be receiving their karma. Pile number 4. People who worked against you were in opposition of you. People who wanted to try and sabotage you. People who spread rumors about you. They're going to be receiving karma this month, and you're going to see it. It's going to be happening in front of you. It's not for anything to be rubbed in, you know what I mean? It's not an ego thing. This is the universe is proving to you what you've thought for some time. The universe is like, yep, you're right, here you go, this is the proof. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're going to be seeing karma. Okay, so let's take a look into the energy here. I heard that you guys are going to be feeling the need to call people out on their ish this month. So you're going to be feeling much more empowered within your third chakra. So you're going to be feeling much more, I heard stoked, really, much more empowered, much more free to express yourself, because there's like a release of constraints that were once there. I don't know what that means. But yeah, you guys are going to become less concerned with love over this next 30 to 60 days and more concerned with profession, career, and bringing balance, I believe. You're also going to be bringing ends to connections that have just not been good. Not been good. You're going to be seeing the truth of certain people that you've known about already, but it's going to become more pronounced. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to become much more widely seen. I don't know what that means. I guess you guys will find out. So what is the highlighting message from the universe, please, for the next 30 days of those who have chosen pile 4? We have the Golden Phoenix. Something you thought finished burst back into life, number 12, which reduces down to the number 3. We also have Little Wolf Girl, It's Alright to Be Alone, number 18. We also have choices, feeling blocked and restrained. So this is just confirming what I was talking about just before. Things that people thought that they were going to get away with, they're not going to get away with. If you felt like you had been wrongly done in the past and you felt like you were excluded, abandoned, left behind, pushed out, that is going to be changing very quickly, and you're going to be seeing people come back into your space to want to support you, want to uplift you, raise you. But the thing here that you're going to be most challenged by is that you're going to be consistently put into a position to make a choice between yourself or other people, and that's why career and love becomes a distant thought this month. The priority becomes sustainability, adaptability, and also discernment. The interesting thing here is we have 3, 6, and 9, because 12 reduces to 3, 18 reduces to 9, and 6. 3, 6, 9. I would encourage you guys to probably look into the law of attraction and also into the wisdom of 3, 6, 9. I can't explain it for you today because you guys would be sitting here for like 5 days. Probably not. That's probably dramatic, but for me to explain the true depth behind 3, 6, 9, it wouldn't be effective. You guys need to go and look into it for yourself, because you guys are very independent thinkers, very critical thinkers, and you guys are very heightened within your intuition as it is. So yeah, if you guys feel resonant with that number, I would encourage you guys to go and look more deeper into that and into the philosophy of Nikola Tesla. It might reveal something to you that will bring you more clarity than what I can offer you here today. But yeah, I see here that over the next 30 to 60 days, you guys are going to be proven not right, because that's not the focus, but you're going to be proven strong. You're going to be proven to be exactly who you said you are when people try to take you off or put you on your ass, is what I just heard. I don't know, some people thought like you needed a humble pill, but you didn't. You were just speaking the truth of what you were saying, or at least if this hasn't come to be, this is the attitude of the energy around you. Yeah, you guys are going to be taking leadership in your life, which is why you're going to feel like you're alone without guidance. You're going to be called to listen to yourself and to stand in the conviction of what you believe in. With 81 being here, reduces down to 9. We have 18 and 81. That's a number, another numerology number for you, 1881. You guys should look into that number as well, because it's going to provide you with further guidance than what I can. You guys actually might start to see the numbers 11 repeating, or 88, or 1881, or 18 in particular. This is quite literally talking about you bringing independent change through design, changing your environment around you for the betterment of not just yourself, but a future timeline. So you're going to start to beautify your environment, and your career is going to be much more pronounced. Spiritual career means what is most meaningful to you. You're being called to invest more of what means most to you into your choices, into your life, into your direction. Yeah, okay. Why are these focuses important for those who have come to view this pile? It's important because it's going to help you to connect to your ancestors and your guides. It's going to help you to understand how it is that spirit is working with you. That's why you're going to feel alone, because you're not alone. You're very far from alone. You're actually surrounded by very many energies that are trying to help you. They're trying to help you to gain perspective first, which means you need to become aware of that perspective, which is why you're alone, because you have no distractions that way. And because it's divine orchestration, this is something that's supported by the higher realms. This is something that's supported by the alignments of energy. That's the best way that I can explain that to you. Empaths, highly sensitive in connection with nature. Yeah, you guys are going to be getting much more in alignment with your higher self and learning how your higher self works through you, with you, and intentionally. You guys are going to be gaining a clearer perspective of what brings you peace and how it is that you can move most effectively in your life. You're going to see the rewards of what you deserve, pile number 4. You deserve this recognition. You deserve this success. You deserve the returns that are coming. And the people around you who need the karma to understand that they can't go around treating people like poos without expecting poos to be a result. And that's why you're going to be seeing the results of the karma of the people around you. And it's important because it's going to help you bring completion and confidence back to yourself when people try to rob you of that confidence and self-worth. Okay, additional messages from the universe for those who have come to view pile number 4. Okay, people are going to come back to try to recreate things with you. Allow them to come back into your space, but allow your better judgment to tell you whether it's a good idea or not to actually keep these people close. Pile number 4. I think you're going to come to the conclusion that most of these people aren't people that you need in your immediate circle. But, you know, I see forgiveness being a thing here. Most of what people did to you in the past to try and influence you or break you down or kind of, I don't know, affect your motivation towards what you had been working on is going to backfire. And you're going to see that. We have Pose Brave Flight, Shine Bright Like a Candle, and Walls of Venice. Number 28. Bringing an end to things and starting anew. We have 36 and 26. You guys are going to be bringing an end to a way of living life, seeing life, and showing up in life. And that's going to help you to make the most of the new opportunities you're going to see come into being. A lot of things that you didn't think could happen are going to start to manifest for you, I see here. And you're being called to stay focused on your better judgment. That is your guide this month. This is what is going to help you to protect and preserve your energy. Yeah, unleash your kinder self. This is going to help you to step into the best version of yourself this month. You're going to see a lot of challenges come up, but that's going to be reminding you of how strong you really are and why your focus is so important, why it needs to be where it has been disciplined to be by you. Pile number 4. But those are the messages I have for you today. Encouragement from Spirit for those in pile number 4 moving forward. The encouragement is stay true to yourself, listen to the truth of your inner voice, and trust in the suspicions of the inner evils you get of others. Your intuition is very good at pointing out hidden agendas of other people around you, so it's important that you listen to that. Yes, pile number 4. Those are messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope they found you well, and until next time, see you later. Bye.